Hey guys, what's up? Today in the BrickLab we're returning with another set review, this time for 71739 Ultrasonic Raider. This one retails for $80 in the United States and has 725 pieces, so let's go ahead and take a look. So I'll be honest, my first impression of the set was not very good. This one I feel is better than the one from 2012 obviously, but it's definitely a whole lot weaker than the one from 2016. That one was everything an Ultrasonic Raider should be. It was sleek, it was smooth, and all of the breakaway vehicles look good on their own or combined. This one looks good combined, and the jet looks good on its own, but that's about it. But we'll break those down in more depth later on. I will say it's not as terrible as I first thought it was, having built it and all that, but that's usually how most vehicles go. There is one very weak part that I would like to point out, and that is that that's the cockpit here, because in order to transform it into the bike feature, obviously this needs to be on a swivel, but the problem is it is very loose and it's only connected by these two frictionless Technic pins here, so it tends to wobble about pretty freely. You could put in a Technic pin that does have some friction and that would probably take care of most of the problem, but it's kind of disappointing that that's how the set came right out of the box. I should point out that the jet does tend to hold this in place fairly well. Well, not really, because the jet tends to wobble around a little bit too, but there's that. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the individual vehicles. Unlike past Ultrasonic Raiders, this one does not look very good with the sidecars detached, as I call them. Well, obviously on the one from 2012, these things could not detach, and on the one from 2016, they made sort of these cool half bike, half snowmobile looking things, but in the one from 2021, we get this sort of motorcycle sidecar looking build, which is not very good. I mean, the tread here is okay. If it didn't have this janky little wheel here, it honestly probably wouldn't look half bad. I don't know, this really doesn't strike fear into my heart. If I saw this coming, I'd be laughing too hard to do anything, so maybe that's the point, I guess. But I do find it funny that LEGO did include a little mini machine gun here on the front, and then of course we do have a spring-loaded shooter on the side here. For some reason, I did not already have this thing loaded, but that's an easy fix. We can just put in the little ammo there, and obviously you know how those work. You push back on the missile and boom, it's gone. Then we can take a look at the bike from the other side, and that one is pretty much the same, only in mirror image. Let's get the jet out of here and take a look at the bike. And the bike is an easy transformation. You basically, just like the 2016 Raider, just plop it into place and there you go. This bike does feel just a little bit more awkward though. It is a lot more wobbly. As far as bikes go, again, the one from 2016 was very much superior, and this one, it works, but again, even in bike form, the cockpit is still pretty wobbly. But the transformation is fun, and I'm sure kids will get a kick out of playing with that one. Next up is the best part of any Ultrasonic Raider, and that is the jet. So this jet has a pretty fun transformation function. While it's on the Raider, obviously, the wings are tucked in behind it, but push this little red button on the back here, and boom! The wings pop out, and you have flight mode engaged. But anyway, it does have a pretty neat function, and there are some pretty fun building techniques used in building this jet. For example, the technique used to get the wings to pop out uses a lot of Technic pieces, and that's really fun. Honestly, this is something that I would have really loved as a kid. If I could go back in time and give this to my younger self, I'd probably have like hours and hours of fun playing around with it, having the jet launch off and transform and take out the bad guys. So I can't say the set is exactly a failure. I mean, its target audience will for sure enjoy it. Also, there's a pretty cool building technique on the side here to get these wings to lock into place. But anyway, we do have a little cockpit here with Zane inside. So I'd say, out of all the vehicles included with this set, definitely love the jet the most. Although I will say I have noticed with the wings, they do tend to fall apart a little bit, or maybe I'm just a little too wild with my transformation here. Like, these Technic pieces tend to come disconnected, and also, as you saw there, I had to fix up this little segment here. So, not sure if that's just me being rough, or if that's just the inevitable weakness of the design, but there you go. And that brings us to arguably the best part of any set, the minifigures. And I'm not going to waste your time by talking about the Legacy minifigures, because if you have any of the Legacy sets at all, you most likely have a ton of these, and you don't need me to talk about them. Basically, the only cool thing about them is that they now come with golden armor pieces, and that they also include their golden weapons. And a sword to put in the back holster. That's it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the more interesting figures. So obviously on the left here we have this little guy who did appear in that $10 Epic Battle set. I'm not complaining that we get him again because it is a pretty cool snake design. Mesmo is a super cool minifigure. His head has obviously been redesigned, and I know some people don't really like the redesigns in the heads, but I feel like they're a plus. In fact, I feel like this would be great for a custom young Asphira or a powerless Asphira. You'll notice I did give him two of the fang blades because, funnily enough, using all the the extra pieces in the set lets you build an extra Fangblade. But here's the minifigure that you really got this set for, and that is Golden Forbidden Spinjitzu Zane. And as far as the Golden Ninja go, I'm sure you've seen them also at this point. He's got some pretty cool robes. You can see his power core is kind of shining through there. Plus the gold and the blue just look really fantastic here. It's a great color combination, and yeah, it's really making me wish that I hadn't missed out on all the other Forbidden Spinjitzu hoods. It kind of makes me want to complete the collection, and that's really not healthy. Alright, so here we can take a look at the box art, and well, you know, as far as box art goes, it's pretty cool. It has some nice Season 1 throwbacks overall. Again, as I said in the previous review, I don't tend to geek out over box art, so this section is probably pretty much wasted on me. Moving over to the back here, we can see some nice little art here with the Ultrasonic Raider and all its breakaway components here. Again, these bikes are a little unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? We all know the real reason we got this set. Make that 2 reasons. Alright, so here we are in the final thoughts section, and I can properly spell the rest of my final thoughts. Overall, do I feel like this set was worth $80? Yeah, I mean, piece value, yeah, definitely. I mean, it has 700 pieces at least, and some of them are pretty large molds, like the wheel in the back, and of course, you know, you have all those other pieces and stuff. So, yeah, on the whole, I guess it is a good, decent value for its money. That said, it's not really a set that I would have gotten, just because I don't know. I mean, I'm just not a fan of oversized ninja vehicles, and while this is a tiny bit smaller than the one from 2016, I don't feel like it's an improvement. So yeah, I definitely would have probably skipped this one if it wasn't for Golden Zane and the fact that I didn't feel like waiting until August to get him. So I guess you could say I paid the price for my impatience. But on the other hand, the vehicle isn't that bad. I know I've maligned it, but if I was a kid, again, I would really enjoy playing with this, and especially the jet. The jet is definitely the best part, and whoever calls dibs on the jet is definitely the smartest ninja, and that's really all I have to say about that. So, yeah, that's really it for this review. If you liked it, you guys already know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know how I did. Again, this is only my second review, so obviously my reviewing skills are probably pretty weak, but hey, yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys are planning on getting this set, and yeah, we'll be right back at you with some more set reviews and custom builds. That's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.